want to know what I really, really hate? My body. Different people have this same issue for different reasons, and mine, there happen to be a lot of reasons why I don't like my body. First and foremost, probably has to be this. I do not like having glasses. I mean, obviously, yes, I need them to see. You know, I don't want to be walking down the street and then boom, whack into a pole or something like that because I wasn't seeing because I'm blind as a bat. But at the same time, they're clunky. They're cumbersome. They change how my face looks. This is how I look without glasses. And I personally think I look better without glasses. Now, some of you may think differently. Some of you may think differently that I don't look bad without, with my glasses or with either way. You don't really care. But I like not having glasses on because it's more my true self. It's more of who I actually am. But there's not much I can do about that. It's the body I was given. Everyone was given a different body. It's like getting one car for your entire life. You know, when you first get it, oh, it's so awesome. It's a new car. You know, we're going to have so many adventures together, and then your first breakdown happens. Or you notice that your tires weren't filled all the way. Or that you don't have easy access to a gas station. Whatever it is, you're stuck with this car, and you can't do repairs on it very frequently because the repairs are expensive. You know, if you can't exactly, if you get a bad leg, you have to go in or have surgery for it. That surgery is going to cost you quite a bit. It's not something that you can do all that often. It's like, oh, bad leg, looks like I'm going to go in and replace it. We don't necessarily have that luxury. And can you imagine going in and getting all your body parts replaced as soon as they hurt? That's not necessarily that's a bad example, but you get the point. It's similar is what I was going for there. But that's first and foremost is my glasses. I do not like wearing glasses. Second reason I hate my body is, well, a little bit more embarrassing. My bowels, we'll put it that way. I'm going to try to touch this subject delicately. I suffer from frequent constipation. Not that you guys need to know. Needless to say, it leads to some very undesirable sewer problems. And it makes it super embarrassing. And, sometimes it comes to the point where I don't want to go to the bathroom at other locations. So be it. Well, that one's embarrassing. But yes, it leads to some undesirable sewage issues because I don't want to leave people with that issue. If you go into some sort of gas station rest stop and you have to use the bathroom, poor person, first off, I feel your pain. But second off, if you ever come in and people just haven't flushed, they leave logs about the size of their face. Yeah, that's a beautiful image. But that's what I deal with on a frequent basis, and it makes things very difficult for me. I'll want to go to the restroom, but I won't be able to because of fear of leaving it for somebody else. Third reason why I don't like my body. There's going to be a lot of these, don't worry. Third reason I don't like my body is because of my nose. I get frequent bloody noses, and this might be a little bit more of a common issue amongst everybody, but I get frequent bloody noses. If I even so much as touch my nose the wrong way, just boink, if I touch it the wrong way, sometimes it will start bleeding. And there's nothing I can do to control about it. I've got a bowl here of all my bloody nose Kleenexes. I know that's gross, but I have that here because my garbage can is full of these bloody nose Kleenexes, and I still have to take care of throwing those away, which I actually plan on doing today because I need to clean up the house. But I have just immense amounts of these Kleenexes because it happens so frequently. It's stupid. I hate my body because of that. It sometimes gets in the way of important things, you know. I'll be trying to spend time with Finney Girl, or, you know, I'll be out and about, you know, in the middle of driving, and it will just start bleeding for no reason. And we'll have to scramble for, like, you know, tissues or, you know, napkins in the glove compartment as I'm driving to shove up there while make sure I have two hands on the wheel, but it gets in the way of so many things. And thankfully that part has been at least less and less so recently since we've been here in Colorado. But when I was in Oregon, it was a once, maybe twice a day event that I got a bloody nose. But thankfully that's healing. It's good. It's good. Reason number 4, my athletic ability. Holy cow. So, growing up, I was actually pretty athletic. I was probably one of the fastest in my elementary school. Definitely not the fastest. There were some people who were faster. But I was one of the fastest, usually one of the first picked when it came to any sports, like soccer, baseball, or whatever it was. I was usually one of the first ones picked. Granted, I was in a small elementary school. I was in a small class size, and you know, I did just decently well. Every year I was picked for what was called the JC Relays, which is elementary school track meet, essentially, for schools. And I was always on at least one of the teams. And we usually did decently well. I mean, 4th, 5th place. We were usually right in the middle of the pack because we weren't competing with any of the bigger elementary schools. And that was cool. I enjoyed that. Then moving on up into like middle school and high school, I was more along the lines of average. I went from the private elementary school into public middle and high schools. I still did decently well. I wasn't necessarily the last one picked, but I was definitely not the first. People didn't really know of my athletic abilities because of problem number 1. They saw the glasses and thought I was weak. I still did decently well. I usually had 1 or 2 big plays in school, and I can't complain about that, you know. It's like, oh, you know, there's a big play, it makes his stock value go up, but other than that, it's pretty average. Same thing with high school. Did football in high school, definitely was not one of the first string runners. In fact, I was last string. I still had playing time, and I still did decently well. I assisted in a couple of okay plays, had a few key blocks, and, you know, 1 good run. That was about it for the entire season because I wasn't put in all the time. But as I've gotten older, my athletic ability has sort of plummeted, especially since I've been home from my church mission. My athletic ability has definitely gone down the tubes. Now, I still do decently well in sports. Hopefully you guys will see within the next week or so the Turkey Bowl footage that we were able to get. Unfortunately, that was only about halfway through, but we did get quite a bit of Turkey Bowl footage, and it shows a few key plays that I had. I mean, about decently athletic, and that's about it, but when it comes to like lifting things and moving things and working on a job, I am weak. It's for some reason I can't carry things the way that I want to. Lifting is difficult. I have better help with somebody than I do without, and it frustrates me. It frustrates me because I want to be able to be as strong as everybody else. You know, they're able to move something, and they're an average build, I want to be able to do that. Instead, I've got these weak things right here, literally skin and bones, that I have to call arms. They're more called noodles. And it makes it difficult. It makes it really, really difficult to live a life the way that I've been living it. A lot of people are in a different situation. I'm sure there's some of you who have it worse off, and I'm sorry about that, but this is how I feel about my situation, and if I feel that way about my situation, I can only imagine how you feel about yours. Issue number 5 that I want to talk about is probably the one that I want to mention the most in this video, kind of say the most about it, is my sleep schedule. I hate my sleep schedule. Part of it does have to do what I've put in on myself, and I will admit that. And that is through the live streaming and stuff like that. I don't have a consistent schedule. I mean, I do try every night at 11:30 live streaming, and I try to keep it to about 2 to 2.5 hours, because I feel that's a golden time to be live streaming. Up to recently, I've been doing that, and the last few days have been different, mainly because of the holidays and work and things like that. There was one day where I was in pain, but I digress. I still could have been doing better. I have the issue that I like to sleep. I really, really like to sleep. And some days, for some reason, I don't like to sleep. I really, really don't like to sleep. But I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a position where my body decides now. It's like, you're tired, you are going to be going to sleep. And sometimes that's an inconvenient time. For example, last night I had planned to stream with somebody who, you know who you are, and I apologize. And what I did is I tried taking a nap beforehand so I'd be waking up with plenty of energy. I had the alarm go off. My body got just out of enough sleep that I realized it was going off, but decided to stay in a sleep cycle. And I had no control over that. And that's been happening frequently. Whenever I don't stream, about half the time it's because of sleep. My body just decides, it's time for you to go to sleep. You don't have a say. I know some of you have that issue, and it affects me greatly, especially when I've got work late at night. On Saturday, I almost fell asleep in the middle of my shift because my body was saying it's time for you to fall asleep, but my mind was saying, wait, you're still at work, hold off until you get home. And that caused an inner struggle that made me even more tired than I already was. And I tried to do the same thing for my live streams. Wait, I still have to live stream. Because first off, I enjoy live streaming. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't enjoy live streaming. I really do, and I want to make it a consistent thing for you guys. But second off, my body will just pick for me. It's like, oh, you're gonna stream tonight? Oh, no, you're not. So I have that issue, and I'm trying to overcome it. I'm getting on a better sleep schedule. In fact, you'll see this video up this morning. I was able to get up, thanks to Finia Girl, I was able to get up at about 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning, like a normal person. But that means I'll probably end up crashing tonight, even though I don't want to. Now, granted, I probably should, because I do have to wake up to take Finia Girl into the airport, but I digress. It's still a struggle. Sleep schedule is still a struggle, and I'm doing what I can to fix it, but I still hate it. I still hate that I can't have a normal sleep schedule, because it affects me and it also affects you guys, and I'm sorry about that. Now, all these things that I've mentioned, there's there's more that I hate, such as my eczema. I absolutely hate my eczema because it's like on my eyelids. I hate that. You can look it up on your own time. But I digress. There's much more things that I don't like about my body. But I think the most important thing is it's mine. You know, I do have to deal with it on a frequent basis. I can't really change who I am. I can't jump into somebody else's body and go from there. I can't replace what I already have with something different. You know, I wish I wasn't as skin and bones as I am. I've tried actually gaining weight, and it doesn't work, whether it's just by eating a lot or by exercising, building muscle mass. I haven't been able to gain weight. I've been the same weight since sophomore year of high school, which is 10th grade, by the way, for those of you who don't know. But it is what it is. My body is my body, and I can't change that. And I think that's the most important thing that I want you guys to get out of this video is you may hate your body, just like I do, but it's yours. You've been blessed with it. I mean, without it, how would you be able to experience the wonderful world that you live in? Yeah, it's stressful. There's lots of wars and, you know, different people in different situations, bullying. But you get to enjoy the beauty of it. You get to enjoy running around. You get to enjoy watching YouTube. You get to do all these different things. How could you run around without legs? How can you watch YouTube without eyes and ears? How would you be able to taste all the beautiful, beautiful food in the world without a tongue? How would you be able to do any of this without your body? So, I guess what I'm saying is, I hate my body, but I love it.